Hello! Hello and welcome back to the Makers HQ. My name is Tatiana.
My name is Angel.
And we are a married couple who recently-ish bought a sublimation machine. So, all right, so basically we are testing on as many things as possible because we are sublimation newbies, all right? If you've been following along, thank you. And if you haven't, then this is your video to kind of see what we do. We're not sure how it's gonna end up, but we have done things. So basically, let me start.
Because
Yes.
last week we did the tiles.
Yes,
Last week, the last video, we did the tiles
Yes.
and they came out
exactly.
chupetito.
So now I want to go and kind of test our knowledge of sublimation and do something else, okay? So we're doing a sweater today, but it's 100% polyester sweater. So we already know that it's going to sublimate. This is one of the first things that we sublimated when we got the machines. It's not a problem. We don't even look at like 100% sweaters and t-shirts anymore, like they're difficult. But what had happened was that I did this girl, which I love in theory, but when I actually put her on a sweater, I didn't like how boxed in she felt. Like I felt, yeah, exactly. Like I felt like the drawing should have had more, like I wanted it to explode more and use the sweater and the shape and the size of the sweater more. Okay, so granted this is a large sweater, so of course it takes a little bit of, I took that into consideration, but even the drawing itself, it was very tight, right?
It's not like this one. This one is
Exactly.
another sweater of,
Yeah, this is another one of my sweaters.
and it's a smaller size, but
Yes.
the design is also bigger.
Yes.
So it looks impressive. It
Exactly.
looks cool. You know, that
Exactly.
is alive.
That's it. So it's a huge difference. And when we got the sublimation machine, I wasn't even thinking about doing sweaters or doing anything. But when we started to test, I was like, you know what? Like, you know, it'd be nice. Sweaters. So now I've been doing them, but I've been working on like designs that work. So not necessarily the product itself, but sweater, like not necessarily whether or not we can print on polyester, but instead, if you already have a design on a sweater, and let's say you wanted to add to it, which is what we're gonna do today, what would you do? So I'm going to add, there's tiny stars all over the sweater. I'm going to add more and really make it explode out of that area. And also, we are also going to put writing on the back, okay? Like at the bottom. And we'll decide as we're going, as we see how everything looks, whether we're going to put a writing on the sleeve or patches on the sleeve. So it'll make a little bit of a difference. If we put patches, we won't need to put anything to fill it. But if we put writing, then we definitely will have to put something to stop the things from going through, like the seam from going
Exactly.
through. All
You
right?
need to put some kind of foam or fabric or something that it goes down with the seam at the same time. Otherwise, the seam is like a texture. It's not
Exactly.
gonna
It's
let the
gonna leave a
machine.
line.
Yeah, it's gonna leave an ugly line.
Exactly. All right. So that's going to be it. So if you have a sublimation company or you're thinking about starting one, I would never do what I'm about to do, which is add a bunch of tiny stars all over. I would probably just print it and then do it on top. But we wanted to see if we did that method, what would it do? But if it was for actually selling the sweater and doing production of it, like that's insanity. So,
Like the ones that you sell online.
yes, like the ones that I sell
I
online.
wear TatianaPola.com.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, just saying, you
He
know,
is my manager.
maybe you can check it out. You know?
Okay. So yes, like the ones that I sell online, I would never individually put like tape and like, you know, the hair. That would be different. But so having something like this, what you can do to embellish a sweater and how many places you can put things onto a sweater. All right. So that's it for now. Let's get to the machine.
We are adding tiny stars, as you can see, right?
I'm not following. I had
No.
done it already with a pattern kind of on Photoshop.
So, see, we have the other tiny stars, so we are adding these ones right next to it, right? Obviously, they are gonna look more red for sure, but yes, but that's not a problem. So you guys can see, you can put as many as you want, anywhere you want, and they will all come out the same way. That's the nicest thing, right? All at once.
Okay, so as we just showed you, we put the stars individually, which was like insanity, but we're very excited. We're going to actually press it now. We covered it so that it doesn't transfer to the machine, even though the machine is protected, but you still want to make sure that there's not so much ink transfer.
What it doesn't transfer, what you mean is the old design,
the old drawing.
not the new ones. The papers, they are not gonna transfer. What is gonna transfer is the old design. We're afraid that it might transfer the colors to the machine. So
we're putting an extra paper, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is that we're doing it at 200 Celsius, which is 390 like 4, but so let's say 390 Fahrenheit. For 35 seconds, for 35 seconds, and then we'll start taking off stars individually once it's ready. All right, so let's get to it.
okay, let's lift the paper together.
Yes,
I don't know what this is.
Oh, what is
I see
this?
some weirdness there. I don't know.
It looks like oil. Oh, wow. Those tiny stars are so cute.
I know. Oh.
They already started transferring. Oh, no.
What happened?
But,
They did transfer.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
all
look
of
at
them.
the black.
What's that from?
It's from, I guess, maybe doing the transfer again. And you can see the paper that it transferred.
Yeah, it
Okay, so
transferred.
that's okay. We're going to take
removing
these
all the
off.
tiny ones.
I like how this transferred
they
on
look
top of
nice.
this. Yeah, this is very pretty.
Yes. Where is this one? Oh.
So the Dream Bigger became Dream Bigger.
Look, this one. So many.
Okay, so I don't know what to do. I'm like,
There's so many.
this is so many tiny stars, and you're giving them to me at the speed of
No, I'm
light.
just putting it here.
Okay.
This one. So as you can see, they are brighter than the ones before, obviously.
Because I made them red. The last time they weren't red.
Yeah, they were like burgundy or I don't know.
Yeah,
what
no,
color
they
it
were
was.
like a rose. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just a color I liked.
Oh, it's looking so pretty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it here. So, this is beautiful.
Really beautiful.
It's very nice.
The only problem is that it did like spread. I think it's just because we put it for so much longer. We put it, it's like we did it twice, so the ink went twice.
Yes, we sublimated again.
Yeah. So that's for us to know. Next time I'll change the time, probably less time. But you know what? As the first time that we're doing this, adding more to a sublimation, I really love it.
Yes. We're gonna do this design on the back of the sweater, but as you can see here we have the end of the sweater, right, like this. So we don't want this inside the machine. So what we did, we just put it outside of the machine, right? So it doesn't get. We can sublimate on this. On the back of the sweater, we see it. Look, dream on. So cool, so cool. See, so you leave this outside of the machine, and you're good. Now we're gonna move to the sleeves, and that's a different story.
All right, so now we decided to put a patch on the elbow. This is approximately halfway down, and it's a shooting star. This is like very cartoony, but it is kind of like a shooting star. I'm gonna put in the thing, the approximate place where on a pattern you have to put in an elbow, but just by eye, I know this halfway down, and it is going to start here. It's closer to the seam. So technically, if it was at the seam, we would have to put something in it. But because we're leaving the space, and because it fits here, I know that it will fit perfectly when we press it, okay? So that's the first thing. On the other side, we're going to do a word going down, and then we're going to show you how to create something when you have a seam going down. We were thinking maybe just doing 2 patches, but for the sake of the video, we're going to do 1 and 1. All right, so it's placed, it's ready to go. I don't have to worry about covering the machine at the bottom. Actually, let me just put the Teflon at that rate. I'm going to put the Teflon because it's just a patch. I had lowered the temperature or the time before to 30 seconds because when we did the other one, I just thought the 35 seconds and it was a little bit much because it's just on polyester. It doesn't really need much more than that, okay? So now 30 seconds, 200 degrees, here we go. 200 Celsius. All right, here we go. Ah, we see it.
That's it.
Ah, look how pretty
So
that ended up.
nice.
So of course, because it's polyester, it took like all the ink off the paper in 1
Good job.
second.
That's it.
And also because the pressure was nice and there was no obstructions. You see the seam didn't do anything and it actually got super flat, but we did not go and print on the seam.
On top.
We printed on top. So at the elbow, after I will model this, you'll see that there's different, at the elbow that you'll have a star in this one, which is super cute. Okay, so we want to put a word on the sleeve, right? That for our last sublimation print. But what the problem is that this, where we'll place it, it's going to have the sleeve seam at the bottom. So if we were to just place it like this and then sublimate it, it would give us a line in the middle of this print, which would be weird because then it would just say focus, but it would be divided. That's not the look we're going for. What we're going for is actually a clean line. So this is the first time we do try this, but we read that you can put a piece of foam inside and the piece of foam will cushion the print and basically will leave nothing. So we put a foam, and I'm just going through it to make sure that it's okay. We put actually a piece of polyester that we had that we usually use as test, and we're gonna put it inside to cushion and to remove those lines from the from the actual sweater, okay? So let me put it in. I'm gonna slip it in here where I want to print, like this. And I'm feeling it around. I'm seeing if this is where I want to print. I want to follow this line. So I'm just going to fix it a little bit inside and make it flat because I don't want it to affect anything. I'm gonna come here. I'm removing any line that I feel could be a hindrance to the print. It's flat. I'm gonna follow my seam line from my shoulder and place this. I'm not gonna put it so close to the top. I'm gonna put it here so that it gives a little bit of space, right? Because I don't want it to start at focused. I don't want it to start at the seam and then you have to like read it. I'm gonna start it a little bit down and I won't go all the way to the wrist. And here I can feel that it's concave a little bit. So I wanna make sure that it's as smooth as possible. All right, here. I'm gonna add it, I'm gonna turn it, of course, for the sublimation. Now, don't quote me on the actual placement, if it's the right placement. Also, we went with the size of the machine. That's why we're doing it in this length. We could have made the word bigger, but I just thought that because it's gonna be red, it'll already be seen. And we'll probably add just a few stars right before we press it next to it since we have some extra ones. All right, so basically once we got the design, once we put the cushion into the sweater sleeve, we just came to the machine, I pressed it one time just to make sure that it was okay, it was flat. and made sure that the seam wasn't coming out.
Yes, and always remember to check the pressure.
Yes.
Because with the sweater flat, it's one pressure, but once you put something inside, you have to check the pressure again because it might not close.
Yes, exactly. So we did check the pressure and then put the design on where we're gonna put it and added a few little stars since we had some. Since I don't know what's gonna happen with these stars. We have a trillion of them. And that's it. So we're ready to press and finish this sweater.
That's it. Let me see.
Which I love.
It's lovely.
So 200 Celsius, 390 Fahrenheit at 30 seconds. Okay? We'll see you in
30 seconds.
10 seconds, 1 second.
It's gonna work, yes.
I'm always hoping it works.
Let's lift
All
it
right.
slowly so we don't.
Smudge anything.
Yeah.
You said, oh, but it's perfect.
Oh, so nice.
Oh, it's
and
beautiful.
as you can see, there is no line because it was protected. This is awesome.
I love this.
So nice.
It looks beautiful. It came out really nice.
Super good.
There's nothing to say.
Nothing.
I
Nothing to
really
say.
love
And as
it.
you can see on this side, you have this
The
line.
seam.
If we hadn't put the fabric inside, you would see a huge line right here going across the design because obviously it trumpets, right? But now you're good, so you can sublimate anywhere, even if you want to put a sign.
Yeah.
Design right here.
Which we could technically just
Yes.
to test it right now since we already have something.
Mhm.
We could put it on the inside.
Yes.
We could put it here, like
I
right
wonder
under
if you put a design on top of this.
on the actual
Sublimate it.
seam.
Yeah.
It's gonna show
Oh,
through
yes.
the seam. We can do it now. You can see.
We're gonna try on the seam right
Yeah. All right, we're trying on the seam right this instant.
now. Let's see.
Why not?
Why not?
Let me get you something, Saya. Let me get you another star since this is all about
we're
stars.
stars left and right, so.
Left and right stars. You want a red one or a blue one? There you go.
Just give me one, give me a few, give me, from large to small. Like
Okay.
3, I want 3.
He's being artistic right now, freestyling the stars.
We are live, this is live TV, that's how live TV works.
You have a big one, you have a
Yeah, I
small
want
one.
like from big to small, like one like this one is smaller, and I want another one, this one is too big. You don't have
Okay,
anything big?
smaller than that, I have way smaller. Because I didn't know we were gonna do that.
Oh, no, yes, this
There
one,
you go.
perfect. And one tiny one more.
And a
tiny, tiny.
one.
Yes,
You can get this or you can get that.
this one. No, this one.
Okay.
nice.
So
Okay,
we're
so
gonna
we put
see
3.
Angel's design, Angel's freestyle design.
So like this. I don't know if I should put them apart more. No, this is nice. Like this. So we're freestyling here, guys. I'm gonna put this on and I see you in 30 seconds.
Oh, let's go.
Let's
All
go,
right,
let's do this.
so you
Helm,
take it off
yeah, on
because
this
I
side.
can't
Lift it from this side. There you
Oh,
go.
I feel like I moved it.
Oh,
when I lifted it.
so pretty.
Oh, they're so pretty.
They're so pretty.
Oh, they're so pretty.
And they run across the
the seam.
the
You
seam, see?
But it's cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that was the
I like
idea.
that.
The idea was for them to run across the seam to see if they would leave a line. But no, even the seam, it's sublimated.
I
Not
guess
deep
also,
inside.
you know,
But you're
I'm
gonna
thinking
still get
it's
something
because
cool.
There's something here, like the cushion.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe. But it looks super nice.
Yeah, it looks really beautiful. Look along the seam.
Nice. So cool. So you can see, as long as you put something inside that it's fabric, anything you want, you can.
Oh, and it matches my star. I feel like it was meant to be.
That's it. And yes, like this, and then like this.
This is really cool. Like, I actually feel, not to say that my drawing messes, changes the vibe, but because
Well, we
this
added
is-
a lot of red.
Exactly.
You know,
So
if
the
there is
purple, I
something that
think,
you think doesn't have is red.
that's it. So I think that probably if I were to ever do this design again, I would remove the lilac
Mm-hmm.
to make the blue stand
Just
out.
leave the-
And the
yes.
girl, exactly. And she would go more with the thing, and I would make the color of this go with the back. So those are all little things, but of course I didn't know that this was, that this was gonna happen with any of this, and
I think this is, since we're here, this should be the recap.
yeah. So this is a recap.
We adding, so I'm taking this off.
Yes.
So annoying.
And now I feel like doing all of this over and
So,
over
look.
and over.
Look at this. I love the sleeve.
This is really beautiful.
Looks so
Anka's been obsessed with doing sleeves, so
Yes.
of course he's gonna love the sleeve.
And then this one, you don't see it much because it's gonna be inside on the inside.
But it's
of
cool.
it.
It's a nice detail.
It's so cool.
Like if I saw a sweater like this that had that
Yeah.
detail on it, I would so buy it.
Yeah.
And you know, this is the type of thing that you can do only when you sublimate yourself.
Mhm.
Like you're not gonna go to the store and find something that has,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
they always say like avoid the.
Avoid. No, you don't have to
you know?
avoid. It's your art. It's whatever you want to do, as long as it looks reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I mean, look, then it has this on one sleeve. It has this. I think I'm gonna redo the sweater and put it on my
And
on
now
my
when you see
website.
the,
I like it.
and this, okay, so this is something. This dream on here. So it's right here because one time I was browsing online and I saw the Supreme has its on the writing is right here and it looks awesome. It looks fantastic. So that's why we put it down here. Or otherwise, you would just think that
Yeah,
it's
usually.
better.
Like the
this.
one that you're wearing, I put it just on the back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's like the classic.
So now it's very cool because you look at it and you really want to put something here, but it's not the idea. The idea is just to have this.
Yeah.
But
Even though I would still put a star. Or something
when you look
there.
at it, I feel
Yeah.
like you want to put
Because
something.
we're
but-
used to it.
Yeah, exactly. And also so much empty space.
But sometimes empty space is good.
Exactly, and I love it. This is beautiful.
Very pretty. Very
So-
pretty. The colors, of course, because it's polyester, they came out
There you have it,
perfect.
guys. Fantastic. I love it.
And now I'm gonna wear it because before I was like, it's just the girl, she looks like she's floating, but now it looks like something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wrote all the things that I am dreaming on, focus, have stars on them, I'm dreaming bigger, I have
Everything.
shooting stars, everything. So you know that in another video you'll see me wearing this sweater. I love it, love it, love it. I'm very pleased. And it was a really nice experiment,
Perfect.
right?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, wow. So, phew, that was a lot of work. So
And it's it really no for real. The machine releases a lot of heat.
It does.
And we are just around doing and making stuff. At some point, you feel it.
Yeah,
you
we're
start
hot.
sweating.
We're hot.
And now in the house it's nice, but in summertime it was a different story.
Oh my lord.
You really sweat, I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
exactly. When we did the first video, it was very hot.
So hot,
Yeah, it was
the
very
whole
hot.
house or whatever you are, it gets super hot.
Oh wait, but just briefly, when we did the first video, which was summertime here in Buenos Aires.
that's true.
Yeah, because it's summertime there.
Yes,
Okay.
we have it's the opposite of
Yeah.
the north. Yeah.
To my surprise. All right, so basically, thank you for watching. It was a lot of fun. I'm super happy with the results. If you wanted to print and reprint on top of designs, it's definitely feasible. But you know, always think about your designs in advance. I would say that's my only advice.
Yes,
Right?
yes. Most of the time, you should just
Yeah.
you know
Have an idea
everything
what
figured
you're
out.
doing.
Yeah, but doesn't mean that you can just go back
For
and
sure.
that's the beauty of
Sublimation.
sublimation. You can just add stuff, colors, and anything you want,
Yeah.
and make it better.
Yes, that's
That's it.
true. That's
So-
true. So do try and always test. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following us, leaving us comments, liking this video. It's very encouraging and
Yes.
it warms our hearts.
Thank
All
you so
right?
much, guys.
And
like and
please-
subscribe.
Yes, yes.
And we'll
please like
see you
and
in the
subscribe.
next one.
Yes, that's it. All right.
Bye.
Bye.